Hi, I'm Arian from the Western Suburbs Weekly newspaper, and today we're spending 2 minutes with Mayor Heather Henderson from the city of Subiaco, who will tell us about developments going on in the city at the moment. Today I'm with Subiaco's Mayor Heather Henderson, who's going to tell us about a development that was tabled at Council last night. Do you want us to tell us a little bit about the cinemas project?
Yes, I'd love to talk about that. As you know, there's an application for a development at 500 Hay Street, which consists of a commercial development actually on Hay Street and a hotel at the rear in Alvin Street. The city's very happy that the developers have considered reinstating the cinemas. It was one of our major concerns about losing the cinemas in Subiaco, and the developer's taken on board that and put some cinemas on the first floor. Short-term stay is also something that the city's been really keen to nurture over many years, and there's been a couple of goes at it, but this developer has actually brought in a 200-odd bed hotel, which I think will add great vibrancy and vitality to the city of Subiaco. Unfortunately, at this stage, Council had to refuse the RAR, which is going to the DAP, because we're not quite there in terms of what we really want for that development.
And what would you like to see come back to the table if it does come back?
Well, I think as you heard last night in the debate, there are concerns about the design, some of the design features that the design panel raised with the developers, which haven't quite been addressed. There are some issues about characteristics and picking up elements of Subiaco in that development.
The other thing that came up last night, which has obviously received a lot of public interest, is the Subiaco Pavilions Market. So what is Council doing now?
Well, as you know, the recommendation went through last night from an elected member's motion, which directed the CEO to start having a conversation with the owners of the site, the Pavilion Market site. The Pavilion Market site has historically been a very valued part of the social fabric of the city of Subiaco. All the young kids got their first opportunity to go out at 12 or 13 and have a morning out at the Pavilion Markets with their friends. And so that's something that's been lacking. And as you know, in Think 2030, the community were really keen to have some permanent form of markets, because our markets at the moment are quite vulnerable. So the Pavilion Markets would provide that if there was an option that the owners or developers would consider reopening it.